Shut up and sit down.
The cowboy discussion.
This is a horrible picture of...
I know, that's what it
That is so bad.
I'm like, ooh.
That is not it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Vice Effect podcast. It's your host, QJ.
It's Nikki. That's it. That's it for today. It's just Nikki. Straight up Nikki.
It's so funny when we start them because we want to laugh, but like we're getting really good at like looking away and not laughing through the intros.
Absolutely. If I look directly at the screen where you are, absolutely not.
Yeah.
There'll be instant laughter. But today we're circling back to 17. Okay, so last time we talked about 17, I think we were just so baby into them. Like didn't know much. Now we've gotten way into it. Well, yeah. I've listened to all their music. You've listened to a lot of their, or watched a lot of their content now.
Yeah.
So we're like, we gotta come back to this topic.
Yeah, we figured, I think this next month or so, the schedule's a little off because we got a big trip coming up for Stray Kids concert, so we're trying to get a few extra in before that. So we're doing a couple open, loose ones, and we were thinking after that 17, a lot has changed for us, so we should probably just talk about 17 again. And in our April comeback episode, we didn't even touch on like the teasers for 17's comeback, which technically all came out in April, even though the comeback's in May. So we're going to save most of the comeback for May comeback episode, but we can talk a little bit about teasers.
Because
that really changed the game for us. I think that really changed things.
That awoken to many different things. Well, I think the first thing that was funny, not funny for me, not funny for you, was that you were kept seeing that everyone was going to be in this release for the new comeback, Burstday, Happy Birthday or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so all the promo photos came out. I was like, oh, cool, they do have Wonwoo, that's sick. And then you're like, there is no Jungkook. So you're like, where's the injustice?
I was promised everybody. I mean, I get it because they obviously took the photos more recently and he left like a while ago. But I'm like, I was promised everyone. Okay? I know he's going to be in the audio, but that's not what I want. I want visual.
Yeah, so like, he is there. So yeah, so he is there audio-wise. Like, he was, I guess, in the recordings. But yes, all these epic promo shots, these like crazy concepts.
Crazy.
No, none of your mans.
I know. I mean, some of my men, but not all of my men.
Some of the men's.
What I will say though is the Nana B&B or whatever it's called, Nana Tour on Viki. He's in that, so I'm like, okay.
Oh, there you go. You got a little.
I got a little bit.
Was that newer on Viki?
Yeah, like I think it's the release was scheduled to kind of line up with the comeback time frame, I guess, or like a couple people are in service, like that kind of style, where they release it a little after you still see them, because obviously one was also in it too.
Oh, man.
So I was like, I guess I can take it, even though I didn't get the cool pictures.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So, okay. So, this comeback is their 10th anniversary?
Yeah, I think so.
10 years. Again, we've been just coming into the scene. Perfect timing, in a way. 10-year anniversary of 17. It's BTS comeback. Shiny World Tour, which, girl, we won't talk about, I guess, so much here, but we'll talk about May comebacks, but whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, no.
Yeah.
My brain drifted to Shiny for a second, because I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. But, anyway. But, they have, I think we've seen 3 different concepts, and they're all insane. Like, they're all absolutely insane. The first one we saw, I think, was like this like punk style like Matrix concept, and that has Mingyu with pink hair.
Oh yeah.
Vernon has red hair, and there's a bunch of like face art they do for a lot of the members. Which
that one was really sick. I guess they did that in the other one too. Like they also the other concept was the all like white bluish one, and they had kind of like crystal type face things as well. So they did that. Yeah. They did kind of like 2 versions of that. I guess, I don't know, the third one, I don't know if it's like a full concept, but it was like some kind of like Polaroid release thing. I don't know if it was like a full concept thing or maybe just like a hints, pictures for the albums or something.
Yeah, it looks like that one is the same, like the punk style one. All I know is El Paso. We have been passing out. Okay, so they've been doing like also like promo like videos, of course, too. And there's one with like the 8 and June, and I was like, what? What am I looking at? These like they're like turning into like monsters or whatever. I was like,
yeah, I watched a little like behind the scenes kind of thing for that, and it was like, yeah, they're like fighting against some kind of monster thing. But yeah, that video is sort of like a dance battle type thing against this monster or whatever. But that teaser specifically is what really like turned the tables for the 8 for me personally. Like the way he looked in that teaser was like crazy. Like he looks hot as fuck. Like I can't even say it any other way. He just looks crazy hot.
Yeah, so we talked about this a bit, in our biases where like I kind of imprinted on the 8, but I was like, I don't know what like the vibe, but I was like, now I'm like, oh my lord. I mean, we've both been kind of exploring the China train and like, hello.
That's insane to say. I don't know.
Let's say we've been admiring. No, this is even worse. Okay.
I think when we first started looking into them, we both kind of thought that the 8 and June were interesting, but maybe because like they're a different kind of idol, like they're Chinese idols, which is a little different from what we're used to. So like, there's a certain like allure to them. But we weren't really sure about them because we hadn't really seen too much and like content and personality wise. I think we even said that in the episode. We like had no idea about June. We were just like, I have no concept of his personality whatsoever. I get his vibe now. He's like, from watching the shows that I've been watching, he's like the true maknae, what they call it.
Yeah.
Where he's like not the youngest, but he acts like he should be the maknae.
Very cutesy.
Yeah.
Like, he seems very cutesy.
He's like a little spacey, just kind of like does his own thing. Like wanders off, you know, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah. There. And I've seen some stuff with the 8 too. He seems like very I don't know, aggressive's not the word per se, but maybe like sassy, I guess, is the better way of saying it. He's just always has what I like to refer to as the J-Hope stank face in all the videos, where he's just like, no. Which I always appreciate a sassy diva, so.
Yeah, he's a bit, like, quiet, but it's like that thing where, like, they're quiet, and then when he does say something, it's like a blow, you know?
Yes, yeah.
He's also super cute in that, like, he seems very attached to his heritage. Like, in some things I've seen that, like, he, like, loves doing, like, tea ceremonies and stuff like that. So, like, he's very, like, in tune with his, like, Chinese heritage, which just seems, like, super cute.
I do love that. Yeah, like, I've seen him, too, doing, he was, like, a judge on some kind of show. And
with Bam Bam, I think?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, and I don't know if it was specifically Thai contestants or Chinese contestants, but either way, he was like, but in a good way, but he was like giving to them, he was like, you guys gotta show up if you want to even like compete, basically.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, but I'm like,
I think I was reading the comments on that video, and they were like, whoever cut this just cut those parts. Like, apparently he was also being really nice and generous, too.
But it seems like like you said, like he cared at least about trying to like build these other people up into trying to be better idols or whatever. So
yeah, I think when we did our first episode, he was like kind of in the middle for both of us. We both had him as an honorable mention, I'm pretty sure. I would say he's top 4 now for me.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking. I think he's top 3 for me now. I think I've booted someone that we'll talk about it. we'll get...
I mean, I booted someone too, for sure.
Yeah, it's changed now. I never thought about like it, but now we're talking about that. Like, there's no way he's not in my top 3 now, for sure. The 8. Yeah. Like, there's no way.
I think. Do you remember like what your top 3 were?
Yeah, it was DK, Wonwoo, and...
Mingyu? Mingyu.
No, yeah, Mingyu. Yeah.
Because I also
He's
had
always there.
Mingyu, obviously Jonghan, and had Hashi in there. Hashi's out. Sorry. Hashi's out. Like, I do still really love him as, like, the person... He's, like, my gateway to 17, but he's not top 3. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I booted DK.
Oh my god, your number 1 spot.
Well, no, he's not, again, I really do like him, but, the top 3 just shifted so drastically for me. I know we needed to re-talk about the biases because they drastically changed. I love DK. I feel like, no, I'm getting more, like, he's a cool bro vibe. Like, I'll always, like, want to hang out with that guy type of thing, but I'm like, you know?
Yeah, for sure. In the show, he's very much like that. Like, I was like, even when I was, like, watching it, I was like, I don't know if this is your bias. Like, not like, I didn't even discuss it with you, but I was like, I don't think this is her bias anymore. It can't be. So that ain't right.
I know. We know each other way too well. Yeah, we were talking about that. We knew we were going to talk about this. And even you were like, oh, I thought maybe Jonghan might change. And I was like, nah.
No,
he's definitely, he's for sure you. Like, I knew that.
I started to think that, but I think it's the enlistment, like the curse of the enlistment thing where they just, like, are not as visible. And I'm like, I'm getting so much, like, blasting of everybody else that I'm like, I don't ever see him. But then, yeah, when I thought about it, I was like, no. Still
No
love
way.
him.
I know. So Wonwoo is, for me, has jumped all the way up to number 1. I can't. I see him and I go, I love him. So I knew that. But yes, I'm in military land with him. But again, like we just said, at least I got lucky enough that he just left, so he was still in all the Burstday promo visuals of it all. So, whew, saved with that. And who knows, maybe he's still in a music video too, probably. So
They've released a couple teasers for the video, but I couldn't really see everybody, so I'm not sure.
Oh, well, at least I have the photos to last.
True.
Oh, maybe 58's number 2 now. Oh shit. Yeah, and then Mingyu's always gonna be there. He was the one that got me in.
Yeah.
He's just a really good looking guy.
Yeah.
And like you said, from the content too, he does seem like kind of sweet, kind of cute, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, he's always just probably gonna be there.
Yeah, I was thinking.
And pink hair, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, girl, that was insane.
The pink hair is, that one's crazy. I was kind of thinking about him too because he was in my top 3, and I'm like, I'm not sure if he stays in the top 3 or if he's like kind of his own category, you know?
True.
Like he's just like the hot beefcake. He gets that
True.
spot, and like that's it.
That's true. That's a good.
That's why I was like,
slot.
I kind of put the 8 into like top 4 because I'm like, I mean, he's there, but like I don't know if he deserves like number 1, 2, 3, or if he just deserves his own like platform.
That's true.
It's kind of like the Felix vibe or like the Songhwa vibe, where it's like they're not really in the ranking. They're just kind of like their own spot.
This is true. That is a true point, and I feel like I could agree to that arrangement as well. So that DK could get back up in the third spot. Like, there he's back. No, he's not. He's cut. Again, he's in like his own spot. Like I always seem to like end up with like a platonic area where I'm like, I would really love to be around, and then if there's ever a casual love moment, you're like, okay, but then that was it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yeah, there's that section of it, because the arms drew me in for him at first, and he was funny, but
yeah,
I've imprinted much elsewhere. Okay, so if that's the case, if we do put Mingyu, that his own
spot.
slot, his beefy slot, then I have 1 Wonwoo, 2 the 8, but then I don't know who 3 would be. I mean, June could even sneak up there. I don't know.
It's an open spot for her.
It is an open spot. We'll regroup. We'll always regroup. But...
yeah. The one thing I was thinking when I was watching the Nano Tour, I think I mentioned in the first episode how my one friend was like, oh, Mingyu's like so smart, but like he pretends like he's not that smart. Totally getting that vibe from the show.
Oh.
Like they're doing like little trivia things, and he'll be like, I'm gonna try and guess what the answer is or whatever, and like fucking nails it like in detail, like history questions and all this stuff. And I'm like, you're obviously so smart. But he's like, if it's wrong, like cut it out, like don't show me getting it wrong. So I was like, okay.
Calm down.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I think I see what that point was about. I'm seeing smart beefcake, and he's like the chef of the group, you know.
Oh.
Yeah,
God.
so I was like, all right.
Maybe he's back. Maybe if I watch more content, he'll come right back down, because that does sound very aligned with what I like. Okay, but we have to talk about.
Should I reveal my changes?
Yeah. Yes, please. Because I was kind of surprised, but then when you described it, it does make sense.
So I still have the same number one, obviously Jonghan forever, and then, like I said, the 8 is in there now, and then Mingyu's got his own little thing, but I don't think we talked about this in the episode because we were trying to be very like polite about our opinions at the time. But when we first started listening to or getting into 17, we both said that Vernon was like weird and like creepy, and like we were not on the vibe of him. I've come like full circle now. He's in the top 3 for sure, and it's because of the weird, creepy vibe. And I was trying to think about it because I was like, I don't understand, but I do, because I do like weird people. I like weird guys.
That's what, when you described it that way, I was like, okay, that actually does kind of track with you, that you kind of have, like, if the guy's a little oddball, that you'll probably be more drawn to him. I mean, so do I. So I have that vibe too, but he still gives me the ick. I can't, like, again, what we were talking about is I get it now when I see him, like, in photos or even him performing. I think he's very captivating that way, but I just, when he opens his mouth, I'm like, you give me the ick, bro. I can't get into it, but I understand it for sure. So if you're being like, oh, Vernon, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. Also, interesting fact that I just found out the other day, he actually does have to do his service, even though he was born in America, which I thought was, but if you go listen to our military episode, you'll find out why. It's because he chose to I don't know if he renounced, well, I think he does have to renounce his American citizenship, and now he's full Korean. Mm-hmm. So, interesting fact about Vernon. He will be in his military service.
I saw some interview that he did where he basically was like saying that he kind of just wishes that he was like fully Korean. Like he doesn't really like being part American. Like I don't think in a necessarily a bad way. I think it's just like when you're surrounded by Korean people and you're like half Korean, it's like I want to be like them or whatever. And he said like he doesn't really like it when people ask him to like speak English and stuff like that. Like he just wants to be like speaking Korean. He just wants to be Korean, like that kind of thing. So it does kind of make sense if he chose to give up the U.S. citizenship and just be like fully Korean citizenship. It kind of makes sense.
That's such a sad fact though. That if he does
I know, I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, because, like, he's very unique looking, like, in that, so, but I can see that if he I think he must have grown up in Korea, right? I don't know how long he was in the States.
I'm not too sure. I know, like, he's from New York, so I'm sure it was, like, a half and half situation, maybe.
But yeah, he's, like, actually truly, like, one of his parents are not Korean. Mm-hmm. Like, unlike someone like Bang Chen, who, he was born in Australia, but both of his parents were Korean. So, like, I could see that for sure, especially in countries like Korea, Japan, and China. I think typically they've been more xenophobic countries.
Yeah.
In the past. So I'm saying it must have been tough for him.
The, like, Korean beauty standards or whatever is, like, usually fully 100% Korean people. It's not, like, people with, like, half and half ancestry or whatever it is. But like for us it's cool because it's nice to see like different features and diversity.
His face, let's talk about just like, again, whatever, but his face is very structurally beautiful. In general, like there's no way around that.
Yeah, like
no one can look at this.
I think what really turned me around on it was the like Burstday stuff, because the pictures that were coming out, I was like, he's like really like good model for photos. I'm like, he looks really fucking good. So then I started like easing off a little on his weird personality. And I was like, no, okay, I think I'm into it. And then the biggest thing for me is the teeth. I think I've come to terms that I like people with weird teeth. Because, like, when he laughs with all of his teeth are, like, fully exposed.
Yeah, and I think I've always been the opposite way that, like, I don't, like, I'm never gonna, like, fully, like, judge someone on their teeth, but I had braces as a kid and all that, like, so I was always like, your teeth have to look a certain way, which, whatever, is kind of, like, stupid general beauty standard in North America. But anyway, so, like, I always notice teeth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, although, again, he's obviously a good-looking kid, so, like, whatever.
It made me think of that, though, because I think that Yoongi has weird teeth, too.
Yeah, it's more of a gum issue with Yoongi. Not issue, but, like...
But his, like, teeth are, like, small. Like, that's why it looks so... That's why you can see so much of his gums, because they're, like, so small. So I was like, okay, I think I just have, like, a teeth thing.
Yeah, clearly a teeth fetish. Yeah, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get into it. It's okay, though. It's okay. I get it, though. I get the situation. I get it, and I respect it.
I did say, though, like, I would keep him closer to the bottom of the top, so, like, 3rd or 4th place, because in watching, like, the shows and stuff, he is still, like, sometimes just, like, mad weird. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
You gotta give me something more. Like, I'm on your side here.
I mean, okay. I'm going through some photos, and I'm like, okay.
Oh.
I mean, but he looks like a child here.
Yeah,
honestly,
he looks funny.
but...
I think there's, like, certain periods. I think some of them must have really started, like, very young, because there's certain periods where they all just look like...
Well, if it's been 10 years, yeah, it's kind of insane. Like, I don't even know. The oldest members are 94, right? Something like that.
95? 94, 95?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Vernon specifically is like 99, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's almost that's right. It's him. He's part of the Magnet line.
Yeah, he's like the 2nd youngest or something.
So yeah, 99, 10 years ago. I can't math, but that's child.
I mean, yeah, it's like late teens, basically.
That is the biggest reveal, though. I was when you were like, no, I'm full Vernon. I was like, okay,
I'm on
pop
board.
off, girl. And we're still, Scoops is still the same.
Yeah, I guess, like, I feel less, like, bad to say it now, because I'm like, I know a bit more, I'm more of a fan now, so I can have a proper opinion. But Scoops is, like, last place. For me, personally. I do appreciate him as a leader, like, in the show and stuff. Like, he obviously really cares about his team, and he does, like, a lot of good work to keep them, like, on track and, like, keep everybody happy and stuff. So, like, as a leader, he's very solid, but, like, looks-wise, it's just not for me, personally.
Yeah.
I'm a teeth girly, I'm not an ear girly, okay? And the big ears, I can't do big ears.
See, that's the weird thing with me, with the big ears. I'm like, that doesn't bother me at all. Like that, I don't really see that. But I'm just like going through all the members too. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to like put a number, but yeah, there's a few people at the bottom where I'm like,
I mean, yeah, there's a few. Like, I don't really feel a strong connection towards Dino either, so he's like pretty low on my list as well.
And Woozy too.
Yeah. But I do appreciate his, like, role in there, like, as their producer, songwriter, and all that, like...
Yeah, he's so talented, too. That's so crazy.
And he's kind of funny, too.
Okay, alright. That's true, right? Dino hasn't really... He's kind of the middle of the pack. Like, I don't... Like, I can see... He looks good, but, again, I haven't watched that much content, so I can't really... speak to his personality, but
I don't know, even watching it I'm just kind of like, okay, he's there. You're
there. Definitely doesn't feel like you say like the Magnite vibes, where the Magnite's just like always like feels like they're always supposed to be like the center of attention.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's probably hard when you have 13 people to like carve out a space for yourself, especially when everyone's kind of crazy. Like, they're another group where it's like they like actively like go drinking all the time and like
really
the show literally starts like this producer guy like surprises them with this trip, and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and Mingyu, Joshua, Hashi, and Dino are awake still, drinking. Like, that's literally how the show starts. And he's like, there's some people awake, and they're like, yeah, they're drinking. And they're like drinking and like singing like karaoke and like doing like raps and stuff like in their hotel room. So I was like, okay, that's the 17 vibe. And like even Scoops is like, yeah, they're drinking.
Oh my god. I just like, I don't know. I mean, I know they're all young, but I can't drink anymore. Okay?
I mean, I think it's kind of fun just from like when you see some of the other groups where they're like clearly drinking wine and they're like, it's just juice. I'm like, okay, we know you're drinking, it's fine. But it's like nice when you see a group that can just like do what they want to do and like have fun. And like, yeah, they're like 25 years old. So like, yeah, of course. Yeah. Stay up all night.
It is true. It's kind of cringe when, the bands that, like, I think, like, Stray Kids are like that, where it's like, oh, we're not drinking. I'm like, it's fine. You're, like, 27. You can have a drink. Yeah.
I've seen a few episodes where they had, like, a beer or whatever, but, like, I have also seen, like, live streams where they're like, this is just a little bit of juice. I'm like, okay. It's fine.
I mean, technically, sure, fermented juice.
Yeah, but, you're not lying, but, like, come on. It's fine.
Also, tragic update. I went to K-Profiles, our #1 source for K-pop information, and Jonghyun is definitely a member in hiatus now. I'm like, oh, that is so sad. It's like, he's like separated from all of them, which, and Wonwoo isn't yet, because I guess he's a part of this new comeback or whatever, technically. But I was like, that is sad. They actually like, put him in a whole separate
what the heck?
section.
I didn't know they did that. They didn't do that for BTS. When I looked at BTS's profile, they were all there. Maybe that's how he announced it, like taking a hiatus.
Shit, we gotta look into that, girl. Yeah.
That's the biased updates for 17, apparently.
Well, one thing else I wanted to talk about, though, with that I realized 17 ignited within my soul was that the cowboy look. I know you've already been on board forever, but not forever, but more recently. Okay, I don't like, in general, cowboy looks. I don't like what they represent socially, whatever. Yeah. But as an aesthetic, I'm starting to, like, come full around on the cowboy look. I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, I guess they did a music video for Hot where they're all cowboys. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't not accept it. I saw Wonwoo in a cowboy outfit, and I'm like, well, it does have a vibe. There's a vibe there. That's
what I thought about bouncy 80s era when they did the cowboy thing. I was like, okay.
There's no coming back from this now. Now that I've entered K-pop, I've changed my view on everything in my life.
I think we kind of were saying before how, like, they always seem to do those, like, every group does a theme like that. Like, they do the racing thing, they do the boxing thing. It seems like they all do the cowboy thing also.
Cowboy thing. Yeah, it's like Americana. Anything like Americana, they'll seem to, like, go towards eventually. But the funniest one, though, for me is we found a photo of Scoops with, like, long hair and a cowboy hat. I was like, that's not it. I don't think I can fully commit to that, but everything else. What is it? What's the saying? Save a horse, ride a cowboy? So.
It's funny, though, this picture that you pulled up of Jonghyun. This is, One Piece.
Really?
This hat is One Piece, and he's holding a One Piece fruit. It's like, I don't know what this is from, but he's doing a One Piece thing.
That's awesome. Because I know, I haven't watched the Hot music video, but I couldn't find, like, a photo of Jonghyun, like, in a full cowboy outfit, so that's why I had to pull this one where he's just wearing a cowboy hat. I guess One Piece.
It looks like it's probably from one of those fan meets or something. Like, usually they always wear, like, silly outfits and stuff in that. That's kind of what it looks like. But he's wearing Ace's hat. Traj. Spoiler. No spoilers. No spoilers. That was a different episode.
Is there anything else you want to discuss with 17?
Well, we're still, like, kind of going through, obviously, everything. The comeback hasn't dropped yet, so that's, like, a big thing that we're still waiting for.
Well, we can also talk for your birthday. I got you the Love and Letters album. It was cute. It was a really cute design. They do seem to really do good designs on their albums.
Yeah, it's kind of like a photo album. Like, it's bound like a photo album. And the only thing that's like kind of a bummer is it's an older album, so they're like 17 or 18, and they're like kind of young.
17.
So it's a little bit tough, but photos were like super cute, and I got June photo card and Hashi photo card and Scoop's Polaroid. I showed it to my friend, obviously, because she's a big 17, and she was like, "Oh my god, that's Scoop's picture," and I was like, "Huh?" I was trying to be like diplomatic, so I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm not big into Scoops, but like it's a cute picture," and she was like, "He's one of my biases," and I was like, "Okay." My bad.
Sorry, girl.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry for you.
Was she the one that gave you that photo of Scoops, though? The one that I was...
Yeah, I was like, now it makes sense. She obviously sent me like the best picture.
She got the best photo of Scoops. Yeah, that was a great photo of him. Yeah, I have their Face the Sun album, and I honestly, and again, we talked about how CD players, I only have a CD player in my car. Every time I'm in my car, I listen to that album. I cannot stop listening to that album. Even over my BTS album, like right now. Like, I can't stop. Face the Sun, great album. Anyone that wants to listen to 17, I suggest that one. I normally will skip a song or two on albums. I don't skip any of those songs. It's crazy.
Yeah, usually if I'm listening to 17 on Spotify, I do tend to, like, lean towards the Love and Letters songs. I also really like HXW, Hashi and Woozi's like subunit. I really like their song Stupid Idiot is like one of my favorite songs right now. It's so fun.
Is that that music video one where they're just like
dun, dun,
yeah,
dun,
okay.
dun, 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 dun. It's so fun. I love that song.
Yeah, Face the Sun has Darling, Hot, Don Quixote, March, Ash, Girl, Shadow, Domino.
K-pop groups love a song called Domino.
Domino, Twilight. Yeah, there's always Domino though. I know every time you just type in Domino K-pop, I swear almost every other band has that song or that title of a song.
The other thing I noticed is that pretty much every K-pop group sings "Why So Serious." Have you noticed that? So many songs have the line "Why So Serious" in them.
I feel like I feel like now that you say it, I feel like yes. Also, the other thing I know is Skrrt. I don't understand Skrrt. I've heard that too.
Yeah. I feel like I hear that all the time too. Like Han especially is like obsessed with that.
Yeah, and it's in one of the songs on Face the Sun too. I'm like, wasn't this from like when we were in high school?
That's what I thought. I was like, this seems like an older thing, but maybe it just like took longer to get there. Get to Korea.
Or they just like their own, or they're just owning it, just like cowboy looks. I'm like, I guess.
I figured that the "Why So Serious" is like they probably know like a certain number of English phrases, and because of Dark Knight, it's just like probably a common phrase that they just happen to know, and they're like, oh, pop it in the song. But I was like, to a certain point, I was like, okay, this is enough. Okay, that's enough with the "Why So Serious." That was like 15 years ago.
And also for you never got the hype of that movie either.
What? Yeah, I did. I had the shirt. I had a shirt that said "Why So Serious."
I thought you were like not into that movie.
No, I love that movie. That's not me. That ain't me, okay? When we went to the theater and saw it, the part in that movie where a big truck slams on the brake and it like flips over. Yeah. Everyone was like cheering, clapping. I was like doing the same. I was like, ooh, that was insane.
Yeah, that's right. And he shot Christopher Nolan, my man, shot all on like film too. So it looks fucking sick. Yeah, no, I love that movie.
That was not me, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought there's some people that are like Heath Ledger never deserved the Oscar. I'm like, I mean, see, maybe this was our point of contention.
I wouldn't say he didn't deserve it. It's just like I always find it kind of odd when like a superhero thing wins an Oscar, because I'm like, those just don't seem like Oscar movies to me. But when you really break it down, like, I mean, it was like a cinematic masterpiece. So like, of course it did. So like, it's not that I would say he didn't deserve it, but it does seem like a weird thing to me that like the Joker won an Oscar. Like, it just seems weird.
He died for that role.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, well, that's a little bit of a tangent, but it was pop cultural history, and hence why it got...
we're film students, okay?
Yeah. Well, and that's what I mean. It got so pop culture history. It's in K-pop music to this day. So there we go.
They literally sing it all the time. Everybody.
But yeah, no, now that you say it aloud, I feel like it... Yeah. I definitely know what you're talking about.
I've definitely heard it. It's in an August D song. It's in a BTS song. It's in a 17 song. It's in an AT song. I've heard it in all those groups. And I'm like, okay, guys. Like, there's other things you can say.
There's always like a thread of English through all K-pop for sure.
So, new bias list for now.
Okay. So, I will go with Wonwoo. The 8. And I'll keep Mingyu at number 3 for now. I'll keep that. DK out.
That's it's just so funny to me because you were like, I'm gonna reveal this photo card to you, and then when you did, I was like, girl, this is like, again, we kind of cut it out of the episode, but I was like, that ain't it. Like, I was so like, no, this ain't it. But I was like trying to be respectful, like, okay, I mean, if that's your vibe, then fine. And now I'm like, I told you, that ain't it.
Still love him. I respect him. What he brings to the group.
No, for sure. He definitely is like their main like hype man, from what I can see.
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy.
Yeah, and he gets everyone like going all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I respect him, but I was like, when you did the reveal, I was flabbergasted. Like, if we recorded that, my face was, like, blank. I was like, I don't even know what you just said.
Well, 97 curse, man.
Mingyu.
I know. And the 8.
And
the 8, so yeah.
Yeah, I would say Jonghyun still... I guess I would say... Because I still want to keep Mingyu in his own thing. So I would say the 8 as well for second place, and then Vernon. And then Mingyu is in his beef slot, like you said.
Beef slot. Yeah, there is always a beef slot on all of these bands.
He's kind of like the bias wrecker, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the current
list.
rankings.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the comeback comes because it's all solos, I think.
That's right. You were telling me that.
Yeah, I think they dropped the track list already, and it's like all solo songs, which is, I'm sure they've done it up before. I don't know, actually, maybe if they have or not. But it'll be interesting to see each of their like styles. So they might change things if someone's got a really good solo.
A banker. Oh yeah, you're right. I have it up here. They have, everyone has a solo for sure. Hoshi's solo is featuring Timbaland? Girl.
That makes more sense too why Jonghyun was able to like record, because obviously he just recorded a solo song.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a solo song here.
I bet it's gonna be a ballad.
Probably.
The Timbaland one will be really interesting, I think.
With Hoshi too?
Yeah.
And then there's a song produced by Pharrell Williams.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was the other one. Yeah.
Raindrops is Seungkwa solo ballad.
That's ballad for sure.
Ballad. I know for sure. Ballad. Ooh, Wonwoo's is just called 99.9%.
What is Wonwoo? Is he a singer or is he a rapper?
He's the rapper. Okay, he's the rapper. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the main rapper of the group. Okay, show some respect.
It's like picturing him like as a guy in the show, and then thinking about him as a rapper. It's like those two things like don't compute.
Yeah, he's quiet out, and then he goes full rapper.
Yeah, he's like so soft spoken and like quiet in real life, and then just like
releases it
straight
on stage.
I think Mingyu's a rapper too, so I wonder what his song will sound like.
True. Let's see. Yeah, what's his His is called...
Or maybe it'll be like a pop song. JK style.
It's called Shake It Off.
Well, that sounds like a pop song.
Yeah, Shake It Off.
That sounds like a dance song.
Yeah, DK's is called Happy Virus. That feels very DK.
Yeah, I thought maybe at first maybe it'd be a ballad, but I bet it'll also be kind of a pop song.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be a bop.
Yeah.
I would hope anyway. Shining Star is called Vernon's. So
I don't know what Vernon does either. Is he? I think he might also be a rapper. One of the rappers, maybe. I can't remember.
Vernon, I feel like maybe he's part of the rap team, right? Or performance team, probably. Let's take a quick look. No, he's a rapper, and he's a visual and face of the group. Woozy's is called Fate. Could be fire.
Is he a rapper also?
I think so.
Can't remember everyone's roles.
Well, I feel like we saw a clip of the 8 talking about that, where they're like, I wish we didn't break up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm part of the performance team and I do everything, or whatever. So, yeah, I think there's always specific groups, but I would assume... Woozy's the vocal team leader.
Yeah, I was just thinking, because in the Hashi Woozy song, in like Stupid Idiot, I think he sings. I don't think he raps in that.
Oh, so he's a singer.
Wow, he's all full of surprises.
Adino's is just called Trigger.
Okay.
Could pop off.
Yeah.
The 8 is called Skyfall. Okay, I don't know, but it could be so cool. Josh's is called Fortunate Change. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll get into it though in the makeup bag. So
I don't know what order, because we're doing like all these kind of bulk and at random. I don't know what order they're gonna come out in, but we might have already talked about it.
Yeah, we're like, we'll talk about it. We're like, we already did. Okay, well, sorry.
Are these old biases or are these new biases? Are they the same? We don't know.
Yo, that would be kind of insane if we changed that much.
I know, if in the comeback episode comes out first and we're like, this guy is it.
Oh, God. Well, that's how it is in this space, guys. You just never know.
Yeah, we got other stuff going on, okay? We got a concert coming up. We did prepare, okay? So, sue us.
Don't do that. Yeah, we got the Stray Kids concert coming up, guys.
Yeah, we're doing this for you guys. For all of our listeners. For all our listeners.
Nah, I mean, we do it for the game, baby.
For the love of the game.
For the love of the game. Well, I think that about wraps up 17 for now.
Thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for joining us again on another open episode of the Bias Effect Podcast. We'll catch you on the flip.
Bye!